Okay, well the next CB video is going to be an Alba CBM5, which I bought a couple of years ago when I bought a job lot in Lancashire. So we don't know whether it's going to be recoverable or what, but CBM5, Alba offered two mobiles, a CBM1 which uses the CB40 chassis, which is the same chassis as the Eurocom Euro 1 and the Euro 2, and the Harvard 400M. Now the Alba CBM5 uses the rather dreadful chassis used in the Harvard Good Buddy. So most of you will know I've got a bit of a soft spot for vintage cameras, and the Christmas Day video was done on a Sony RUVI camera, and this is a RUVI. It has a cartridge of video tape in it, which is Hi8 tape in a fixed cartridge, which also contains the head, and they will run on AA batteries as well as the proprietary battery. Every time I buy one of these, and they say it's complete in the box. Oh, I always say rare, don't they? Rare. It's never complete. One day I'll get enough new ones complete in a box to actually get a complete one in the box. And so here we are with a job lot of 10 broken cameras for £29.95, and it says there's a Sony RUVI in there. And looking at that picture, there is a Sony RUVI. There's also another Sony camera, like this DV one. Just don't know. The rest of them will end up selling on. I'm only interested in Sony when it comes to cameras. So we'll open this box on Mr. Chippy's bench while he's not here. And let's hope it's the job lot of cameras and not something else. Well, that looks like a camera, and that looks like a camera, and that looks like a camera. Oh, nicely packed, aren't they? Two more. One RUVI, one Sony whatever. And another one. Have we got to 10 yet? It's really nicely packed. Then we get some jolly good feedback for that. I'm sure some of these cost a pretty penny at the time. However, that's not what we want. We want, I'll just get rid of some of these out of the packaging. A Vivitar, that looks really dreadful, doesn't it? A Praktika, which looks really dreadful. A Vivitar that looks really dreadful. You know, my first digital camera was the Sony Mavica, which was £599. That looks a bit better, but I don't know. That looks like a pinhole. It's just a Billy No Mates. Yeah, when it just says digital still camera on it, it's a Billy No Mates. We'll have to do some of these with video. Oh, that's so cheap and nasty. Genoptics. Well, I did have a scanner from them in the 90s, which was alright. And Vivitar. Okay, so we bought it for that. Just hope the cartridge isn't missing. Otherwise this will be a very short video. Do I need to say goodbye at this point? That'd be nice to get going. Is this genuine? this isn't genuine, is it? This isn't a Sony at all. No, it's a fake piece of junk, isn't it? Right. That's too light to have got a cartridge in it. However, one of my RUVI cameras isn't working properly. I mean, it's viewfinder, so this may be something useful. So I'll open it up, and then we'll open up the next bit. Yeah, so it's got its cartridges missing, which makes it useless. So that's not the best buy then, was it? Right, so if we power up this one, just take the AV lead out. This actually does sort my dilemma out over this one with the dodgy viewfinder, if that works efficiently. I actually have some cartridges that I bought in a job lot about 7 years ago, so I'm not actually short of cartridges. You were expected to reuse the same cartridge forever, although it was available as a spared item. It was 200 and something pounds. So if we power this up, they don't have a backlit viewfinder, so it makes it really dim. So this one is perfectly working. So that's not the one with the dodgy viewfinder. So put that to one side, and we'll look at this one. And this one isn't the one with the dodgy viewfinder either. So they're the two I must have used on the video at Christmas. So that's two. So it must be this one with the dodgy viewfinder. You couldn't make it up, could you? One of these was flickering all over the place on its viewfinder, but in actual fact, the video, when I started the video, I goes, oh no, this has got a dodgy viewfinder or whatever. I hope that doesn't come out on the picture. And whatever. I wonder if it was a capacitor that's reformed itself. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll take out the cartridge. So there's the cartridge inside, which you can eject. So inside this, got a head drum and preloaded 30 minutes of Hi8 tape. So it's a proprietary item, and they're very expensive to replace. So what we're going to do is we'll see whether this one I've just bought actually works. So we'll put my cartridge in the camera, then I'll go on a massive hunt for cartridges. It's a bit like the other was doing, but it could just be capacitors. So rewind my tape a little bit, and it's probably me playing the organ on Christmas Day. Just go back a bit, that wasn't the bit I was looking for. Good. And the other thing this is doing, I don't know whether we can just slide this tool under it. It's got bashed, hasn't it, on the top. I do have a service manual for these. However, it does slide okay. I'm sure that's doable if I took the thing apart. Anyway, I'm going to go and look to see if I can find the cartridges I bought about 10 years ago. Okay, so we'll take this cartridge back out of the camera which came in this batch with the flickering screen. Put that to one side. And I'll put that back in my camera. Okay, so I want to look at another one which I recently bought. So we've now got 3 workers when I only thought we'd got 2.5. I bought this one a few weeks ago, so I haven't looked at it. So while we're going through these, it's lost its flip over thingy, which is a shame. Feels heavy enough to have the cartridge. I'm sure it was shown with the cartridge. Just take a sensible precaution if I can find Mr. Chippy's fiberglass brush. Let's put our mains adapter in. Let's see whether this one works. And yes, I did find those other cartridges. Right, let's power this one up. Making some right whirring noise. Oh, I've got a picture, stable picture on the viewfinder. It's just the very same cartridge we've just used in the other one, so I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Why is it at the end? Or did I leave it in play by mistake? It's like watching a video of paint drying this. See whether we've got anything there. Nope. It's like somebody's recorded blank to blank the cartridge. In other words, when selling a camera so as not to give the pictures to somebody else. I once bought a broken digital camera and it was full of somebody's, shall we say, bedroom pictures. Oh, I didn't intend that happening. No, I don't know what's happening there. Right, well, what we'll do is we'll put this, this is the cartridges. I bought these cartridges. And it's not like they were sold as a spare item. There we are, a couple of cartridges. So that's a contingency if I ever had a camera with no cartridge in it. So whether or not they're any good, we're going to find out for the first time. So we'll do the same precaution and clean the contacts, because I have had these play up once. Because I might have bought somebody's duff cartridges. So it's at the wrong end. So just go back a bit and see if there's anything on it. Okay, well, somebody's video there. So that's nice to know. That's making error noises. $3230 error code. A serviceable situation rather than a malfunction has occurred. Turn off the camera once and turn it back on again. And what we'll do, it feels like it's having trouble transporting the tape. Of course you don't know whether these have been dropped, do you? So we'll do this again. We could always open one up if it proved to be genuine malfunction. In case we've got contacts on the camera which are iffy, bearing in mind it didn't play our otherwise working one. Let's see what happens now. Oh, malfunction gone. Let's rewind it. It's the same material. Well, that's fixed that cartridge, hasn't it? Good. So we'll put that one back. And we'll go back to our original one, which has never been playing up, but did when we put it in here. Yeah. It's the camera, isn't it, rather than the cartridge. I think we need to get down there. I don't know whether we can do so with the fiberglass brush. I'll do what I did before, and because these are going to be self-cleaning to some extent because of the actual physical wiping action. No, don't understand why. This. Just go right back to the beginning, just in case it is blank. Right, that's right at the beginning. I might have started my recording in the middle of the tape. Let's try and record on this. So we're at 26. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Mary had a little lamb, etc. So we started at 26, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Good. Right, so just let that wind back. It's not got far to go, it's done it. So we'll leave that cartridge in that camera. So the scruffy camera in this batch, see that one? No, it's not that one. That's interesting. Then some of these, there's more than one got the flap missing. There's two with this flap missing. Don't tell me it was an option. So this is the one with the dancing around screen, which I've no doubt if we actually take this apart, and I'll get the service manual out and go over the connectors with a fiberglass brush, it's probably all that's up with it. So what we'll do, we'll put one of these cartridges in this camera and make it complete, then check it records. Now I have got there is another one on its way, allegedly new in a box. Yeah, it won't be complete though, will it? It's like getting the charger, not this interconnecting lead. You've got to have the interconnecting lead. Right, we'll power it up. And I'm going to pause this video. I don't want you to have to watch this wind back. You can also do this with these cameras, have the viewfinder forward facing. Right, we'll make a recording on this one now. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so that could be something we're going to look at with a service manual. Not that the service manual is that detailed, it's a matter of changing this board, change that board, but it's going to be dirty connectors in between. So there you go, I'll look at the RUVI camera, and when that other one comes, which is allegedly boxed and complete, well, we'll see. Is this a power lead for? Yes, it is. This is one I've bought in. It will have come with that batch. Yeah, so we've got two mains leads, which is great. Oh, just for your information, it's the ACVF10. So you connect up the special adapter into the socket provided there. So there we go. So you never know, next Christmas I might play the organ again using a RUVI camera again. They were a lot of money at the time, but they only ever made them on model. But I just love it when things on YouTube say rare, like people are putting in the search criteria rare, like look with two ats, look, you know, like it's a market stall. Does make me laugh. So there we go. I'll be able to put some of these fake ones on eBay, but in my investments will say fake 99 pence. Thanks for watching.